Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Gregory Agid. Today, I wanted to share a voice leading exercise on dominant seventh chords. Welcome to another lesson video. My name is Gregory Agid. For those of you who've seen some of my previous videos, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. In today's lesson, I wanted to share a voice leading exercise on dominant seventh chords. This exercise is going to begin by taking the interval of a tritone and moving it down in minor seconds. For those of you who've never heard the term tritone before, it's simply another word for an augmented fourth or diminished fifth. The tritone is a very important interval on dominant seventh chords because it is the distance between the third and the flat seventh. It's also the distance between the flat seventh and the third. The third and the seventh are particularly important notes in any chord because they dictate the quality of the chord. The third and the seventh will tell you if you have a major chord, dominant chord, minor chord. The first thing that we're going to want to get under our fingers is playing the interval of a tritone descending in minor seconds. I'm going to start this exercise playing the interval of B flat to E, and I'm going to take that interval and I'm going to move it down in half steps. B flat, E, A, D sharp, G sharp, D, and so on. That will sound a little something like this. So in the next part of the exercise, we're going to add a root to each one of our tritones. As you remember, the tritone could either represent the third and the flat seventh, or the flat seventh and the third of any dominant chord. The first tritone that we played was B flat to E. So I'm going to think of that as the flat 7 and 3 of a C7 chord. So I'm going to play root, flat 7, 3. Root, flat 7, 3. So I'm going to take that shape and I'm going to just move it down chromatically just in the same way that we moved the tritones down, except this time we're going to add the root. So we'll play C7, B7, B flat 7, A7. Root, flat 7, 3, move it down a half step, root, flat 7, 3, so on. And that'll sound like this. And so on. We could also think about the tritone of B flat to E as the third and seventh of an F sharp 7 chord. So that would be root 3 flat 7. So we can once again play root 3 flat 7 and descend that shape chromatically. And we're playing F sharp 7, F7, E7, E flat 7, D7, and so on. The next permutation of this is we're going to change the root notes from descending chromatically to traveling around the circle of fourths. In the next variation, we are going to continue to descend the tritones chromatically. However, we're going to change the root motion. Instead of the roots descending chromatically, the roots will now travel around the circle of fourths. C7, F7, B flat 7, E flat 7, and we're going to see that the tritones are going to flip-flop. They're going to go flat 7, 3, 3, flat 7, and so on. And that will sound something like this. And so on. The final variation of this exercise would be once again keeping the tritones B flat E moving down chromatically, except starting the circle of fourths motion from an F sharp. F sharp 7, B7, E7, A7, and so on. Root 3 flat 7, root flat 7, 3, root 3 flat 7, and so on. And so on. This exercise is essentially taking a shell piano voicing and applying it to an instrument that can only play one note at a time. Beginning piano players will often use these shell piano voicings when first learning how to articulate different chords. Root 3-7, root 7-3. You can use this same concept to further expand to major chords, minor chords, half diminished chords. You can also use this voicing exercise on 2-5-1s. Take your time with an exercise like this. In my opinion, it's more important to understand the theory behind what you're playing rather than being able to play something really fast and not understand why you're playing what you're playing. As horn players, we're only able to play one note at a time, and I think it's really important for us to understand what each of these notes signifies in terms of harmony. So playing a B flat and E, we could just think of that as two random notes, or we could think of ourselves as a piano player articulating different harmonies. If you're looking for a real-world application of how something like this would sound over a tune, go check out Thelonious Monk's version of Rhythmaning live at the IT Club. In that recording, Monk plays tritones descending in minor seconds over the A section of rhythm changes, and that's his way of articulating a circle of fourths motion. Go check it out, you'll hear what I'm talking about. If you all enjoyed this video and would like to support my content and my channel, please go to my website and download the sheet music for this lesson. I hope this lesson helped you on your journey, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.